So what are the difference between a religious person and a godly person? But before we talk about the difference between both, let's talk about their similarities. Now, the similarities between both the religious person and the godly person is that both are doing righteous acts, both are doing good deeds, they are praying to God, they're going to church and helping the people, helping their loved ones, helping their neighbor, helping the poor, and all of those good deeds and stuff. Now, the difference is that the religious person does good works or good deeds because he wants to enter heaven through his good works. He's trying and he is striving to enter heaven, go to heaven by the deeds that he is doing, his good works, and he wants to be right with God through his actions, through his good works. So he's trying to do good things to prove to God that he is righteous, and by his good deeds, he hopes that in the future he will be able to get to heaven through this, right? And I think that's what most of the people are trying to do, doing good deeds and do righteous things because they want to enter heaven, they want to go to heaven, right? Here's the difference. The godly person does righteous things because he loves God and he fears God, he honors God, he fears God's commandments, he loves God's commandments, he reads them, he understands them, and take it to heart that those are God's rules, those are God's will, and those are God's commandments, and he obeys them, he does them because he simply loves God. And he do all those righteous things simply because it was God's commandments, it was God's will. By no means that he is trying to enter heaven through his good works. The person understands that no matter how much good things and good deeds he's trying to do, he will always fall short of God's standard of righteousness. So he understands that it's pointless to try to go to heaven through your good works, because no matter what you do, you will never satisfy God's standard of righteousness. And everything that he does them because he simply loves God. Now, he loves God because of who God is and because of what he's done. And one of that is that God has already gave him access to enter heaven, which means that he can now enter heaven, and not because of his good works, not because of his righteous deeds, not because of everything that he has done, but because of what God has done for him. That is through the Lord Jesus Christ. What the Lord Jesus Christ has done for us is that he has done every commandment that God requires a man to do for him to be righteous in front of God. Not only that, he died on the cross because he suffered for all of the sins that we have committed and are about to commit. And the godly person understands that. He understands that what Jesus Christ has done is that he did all of those righteous deeds. He's done every commandment in the law of Moses, so that whoever believes in him, his righteousness will be transferred to those person who believed in him. And whoever believes in him, all the sin he has committed was transferred to Jesus on that day. And he paid the price for all the sins that we have committed. He suffered for all of those sins that we have committed. So right now, when the person believes in the Lord Jesus Christ, he is righteous in front of God. Not because of his good deeds, not because of his righteous deeds, but because of what Jesus Christ has done for him. not striving to be righteous to God to enter heaven, but because of his great love for God, because God loved him first. Now that is the difference between the religious person and the godly person. Now let me ask you, which one are you? Are you the religious person who's still trying to enter heaven, striving to enter heaven through your good deeds, but still fall short of the glory of God? Or are you the godly person who believes in the Lord Jesus Christ and acknowledges that he is not worthy, he is a sinner, and will always fall short of the standard of God's righteousness, and believes that Jesus Christ is the only way for him to enter heaven? Jesus Christ has paid the price in full. Jesus Christ is his righteousness, and he lives his life doing God's commandments because of love.